All right. Let's do it. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're having an outstanding day or evening, depending on what time zone you're in. Horrible time for a big hit there. All right. Let's see, what the fuck was I doing? Is my inventory all squared away? The hell it is. How bad is it? It's not that bad. Yeah, not that bad. So we need to go square this away. Where are we sitting at bullet-wise? 755. 755. Well, I know you all over in Diamond City didn't have my leather shipments. Hey, Pixie Aquatica. So let's go on to Good Neighbor and see if they got my leather shipments that I need. Or want, rather. Finish upgrading my damn armor.
I've got a weapon here for every situation.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Each weapon.
How are you gonna give me the quest and then immediately fail it? It's cool. I don't give a shit about those cities.
Got some good deals. You won't believe.
Uh-huh. Let's see what you have.
Everything's guaranteed to last. Until it doesn't.
What do you got? Do you got my shipments? You don't have it either. Somebody's got to have this motherfucking shipment. But while I'm here, Daisy.
Don't be shy now. Chance.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you got.
Everything's guaranteed to last. Until it doesn't.
Bunker Hill, maybe? Maybe. Let's go find out.
This location appears quite secure.
I'm just here between jobs.
Hi, I'm...
Ahem.
Hey again. Step right up. Little bit of...
I'll take a look, sure.
You got the caps?
You don't... I mean, I'll take that, but... Who the fuck has it then?
Hey, Lucas.
My armor saved many a wastelander.
If you need
I've got a few minutes to browse.
What you see is what you get.
There we go. Shipment of fucking leather. Thank you.
Big place.
Is that a pit boy? I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Damn, I need to talk to that dude. I just don't want to do his quest. Not fucking yet. Let's go drop everything off. What did I put in here? I put something in here. My trophies for my kills, Raj. Alright, so now that we got all that taken care of, what is strength been doing? Reduce limb damage? No. Deep pocketed. Paint. No paint. Damn, I don't have enough. 5 more leather. Okay. Good enough. Is that the combat zone? Yeah, it's the combat zone. That's where Kate's at. Green Hilltop Nursery. I'm not fucking worried about it. Y'all can just be upset and mad. Oh, you motherfucking what? Where am I? And I need to be there. Go for a swim across from the old North Church. Nope, nothing on this ship.
While I don't normally shy away from water, it isn't exactly my first.
Alright. So right here is where we're gonna go into the Mechanist lair. Now this point, we are gonna save because I don't know if I can actually fight the hordes of robots they're gonna throw at us. Bum, 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 bum. Wonderful load screens. Yes, indeed. I wonder why it does this. Of course, counter. I've only had it lock up once on, or twice on me, when I was changing headphones. Counter, before the new next gen update they did, Fallout 4 didn't crash really either. On console. Either way, this long load times are weird. I'm genuinely a little concerned about going into this mission. Just because, like, at the very end of it, in the final fight, you fight so many goddamn robots from so many different directions. And it's a forced fight, no matter what. There we go. All right. Bad guys are downstairs, so we'll wait.
Judging from all this dust, we could be the first to visit this place in quite a while.
Almost there. There we go.
Nice.
Get the encryption just for... So it's not the F. Okay. Just for the experience.
Got it.
Oh, I fucking see you. You're not sneaky. Let's hold off on the looting, because I know I'm going to get a bunch of robot bits out of here. And that'll open the door, yeah. Except for the Abraxo cleaner. And the circuit board. Adhesive gets used in everything. Alright.
Over here.
Incoming robot detected. Opening security doors.
And if you don't hug the wall, you'll get radiated by all those rad barrels. It's supposed to be a deterrent.
No biosigns detected. Proceed.
Your machine's broken. No biosigns detected. Proceed. Where are your scanners and did it scan me? Because, like... Actually...
Sweet.
That actually changes things. I'm sure it's just a overlooked issue that they didn't realize was there. I'm sure that's all it is. But no biosigns detected would imply that your character is a synth. Which also means that the Gen 3 synths are not actually using organic materials. They are using synthetic materials that appear the same as organic. Wooden. Okay. It's not any on that list. Alright, let's see. What about here? We got... It's not that one. It's not that one. It's got the O. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope. Governor? It's the O and the N and it's govern. Yeah.
I'm through.
Boom. Turret control. Nope. Intimidation art.
Error. Electrical fault in sensor array. Sensors offline.
Ha! Gotcha.
mechanist has managed to create all these robots alone? It's quite an undertaking. The past yields such
Yeah. There we go.
interesting
That's it.
times.
The Scourge of the Commonwealth has used
If there was a way to talk your way out of the final fight, that would be different. But there's not. So there's no reason to listen to them. Just shoot your way through. They're gonna force it on you anyways.
Prepare to be annihilated.
But yeah, they're gonna force you to fight. So you don't have to listen to their monologuing about how they're the good guy and you're the most evil villain to exist.
Yes.
Because that's not true. Their own fucking subordinates are doing shit that's causing problems. They're just completely and totally unawares.
Hey,
Sure, go ahead and take a look.
What if I don't want to go ahead and take a look? What if I just want to give you things?
scan this.
Fiberglass is something I'm always short on too. There we
Got it.
go. There it is. I knew that there was one. There goes
We
that.
may have some trouble.
I see you. Come on.
Careful, sir. I don't think we're alone. Are you injured, sir?
Okay. Get that. Don't need the baseball. Desk is good. Don't need any of that. Grab the 45 rounds. Alright, punch through. No, I don't have the perk. Alright. None. Alright, what about you? Make sure you don't have any overlapping letters. Okay, good. Alright, so you have one. Okay, so this one only has the S overlapping and none from Mint, so let's try that.
There we go.
There we go. Deactivate. I don't need to pull them out if they're not going to come out on their own. What do we got over here? Oh, yeah, I heard you. You're upstairs, aren't you? Yes, you are. You are upstairs. As long as I stay crouched, I should be able to loot freely with the light on. This is the Protectron legs. Protectron. Those are the legs that they got on those bots upstairs, or at least one of them. I can hear them clumping around, and it's got the same movement pattern.
Lead engineer, Thomas Harkin. So far, we're tracking on schedule for the latest RoboBrain milestone. Dr. Asante has assured me that the active time between memory wipes has been greatly increased. Hopefully, that will hold true in our latest live testing. The senior engineers also informed me that their latest assembly line adjustments have been completed early. I can only hope that means due diligence was still paid, and we're not going to be looking at a total system breakdown again.
We've got company. Destruction is at hand.
Ada, get the fuck out of the way! Holy crap!
Find anything useful?
Yes, that I cannot wait until get you armed with guns, because you stand directly in front of me. And that's less than ideal, because you block all of my shots, because you will just absorb the rounds and it'll be a waste. I'll waste ammo all day shooting those things down. The captain's hat, pretty cool.
Powering weapons. Safety's on. You're going to regret this. My apologies. I think I've lost them.
I keep getting jerked around and they keep putting blood splatter right where I'm aiming. I know I deactivated these fucking things. Two in the other room!
Violence protocols engaged.
Fuck me.
Prepare to be annihilated.
I deactivated those fucking things on the computer.
Engaging hostile target.
Okay. Repair.
You lead the way, and I'll follow, sir.
Yeah, it's that computer right there to deactivate those turrets. Ooh, they had 10 mil rounds. Nice. Already gone through 100 rounds of ammo. We're not even to the final room. And this is like a fraction. A tiny, tiny fraction of what we're going to face in the final fight. I hope I legitimately hope I brought enough ammo. Medics. Ada, can use you in here.
Scan this.
Where are you, Ada? Did you get trapped in the room?
Let's hope the Mechanist hasn't mounted too large
Hey.
a force.
Over here.
Certainly.
Move here.
I'll get it done.
Here.
I'll take care of it.
Do I gotta walk you up the stairs, Ada? I swear to God. You're supposed to be smart. Come here.
Hey.
Yes. Looking to lighten your load?
I'm gonna keep that one just in case. I'm gonna get rid of those. Take that. Alright, Ada. Come on. Open the door.
Open this.
Any day, Ada. No?
Over here.
Third time's the charm. There we go.
We can keep traveling as much as you want. I don't require sleep or food in order to survive.
I know, that's kind of actually fantastic. High-powered magnet. I think I'm gonna need that later.
Open this.
And that down there is the room we're gonna have our major fight in. Mechanist is right in there. You can see those windows in the background? That's where she's at. Right down there. Alright. Actually, am I looking at that wrong? I know she's in here. I am slightly looking at that wrong. Yes, okay. That door. And then we got the spotlights. This is the guard railing. Okay, so there's an elevator door for shipping right on the other side of that wall down below, which means right there. There's the window. That's her window. You'll see. Because it does the... You see the catwalk, how it wraps around right here? Right? This is the side of that room. It'll be very clear when we get in there.
That's it.
A clever way to bypass that lock.
The Commonwealth is right to fear people like you.
Targets in range. Picking up something. Found you. That was amusingly simple.
It's legendary. It explodes.
Not much of a threat after all.
Oh, it created a chain effect. Is that green paint? That's green paint. Usually you have to make green paint. It's for a quest. There he is.
That takes care of that.
There you go. Sit your ass down. There you go. Robot parts model.
Picking up something. No more hiding for you. Powering down weapons, sir. Let's get this done. Target down.
Stop shooting me. Jesus Christ, Ada.
Let me have this one. Time for you to perish.
Okay, let's keep pushing. Not sure why you would bring stim packs and water and hide behind a radiation producing generator. Like you're going to die from radiation sickness at that point. Why not bring some Rad-X, some Radaway? And you went out there with your lab coat. Where's your hazmat suit? Give you some extra rad protection. That's how you should have gone in there. You're gonna hide in that area. Still would have killed you.
My systems will endure these rugged conditions.
Still would have killed you. Would have slowed it down though. Bought you some more time. Maybe enough to come to your senses and not hide behind that. Somehow I doubt it. You are a Vault Tech employee in Robco though, so there's also that question of why you're a Vault Tech employee at Robco.
You may be getting closer, but I will not.
Shut up with your monologuing. Don't do it. No, it's bad. Ada?
Hey,
How may I be of service?
You're gonna sit your ass
head
right
over
here.
there.
No problem.
Seriously, Ada?
Go there.
Certainly.
There.
No problem.
Move out.
I'll get it done.
Over there.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, so you just refuse to go on the platform, Raj. Well, that sucks.
Hey,
I'd be happy to help if I can.
get into position.
Sorry, I can't get there right now.
Oh, I'm aware. Okay.
Scan this.
Oh, thank you for spawning her over here. I was hoping that was going to be the case. So now we're on the other side. So that fencing over there is where we were before. Because we can see the... No, turn the light on, you... Not very good lighting. You see the curve of the catwalk again. Let me see computers down there now. So you see right up there, that's where the mechanist is. Right there.
Scan this.
I just want to go and see ya. You know, why can't... There's like blowtorches and stuff that are laying around. Why can't we just cut our way through the fencing? That's what I would have done. Because, like... Ooh, your door's locked. But I bet you I can cut through this thin fencing. Because that's really thin metal. And then I could just step onto the catwalk and walk my way down the rest of the way. Or use an explosive even, right? Let's do the shortcut. Gusty model. I shouldn't have. I should not have picked up that password. Takes away experience points from me. Robot parts model. Nice.
Heads up.
Glad to be of service.
Okay, get rid of the 10 mil. We'll keep the aluminum if we have to. We'll keep the 45. Mr. Gutsy, robot parts, robot parts. All right.
Never fear, sir. I will ensure your safety to the best of my ability.
I'd rather you just stayed out of my line of fire and didn't shoot me either. I'd settle for that, Ada. Ah, the ghouls. Decent XP by doing this. My girls are off to school.
Nice. Sweet.
Not all of them are dead.
Yes.
I'm literally just doing this for the XP.
Yes.
Like, that dude's not dead.
Get him, sir. Hopefully, that's the last of them.
That's it. Nice.
That dude's not dead.
Take them down.
Ada!
Well done, sir.
Again! Get the fuck out of the way! Holy shit, man. He's not dead either.
Got it.
Ooh, bottle cap stash.
Sweet.
Acid.
Let's take them out.
Got it.
Body caps. All right. What else? 1, 2. Man, we're almost done with the haul.
That's it.
You know, I say that, but then I remember there's an upstairs, and I don't remember if there's jail cells
Nice.
upstairs. I think you're dead. Yeah.
Yes. Sweet.
Ooh, you weren't. And neither are you. That was an achievement right there. Killing 300 creatures.
That's it.
There we go.
Sweet. Nice.
Stim packs, medics, okay. And there we go. That's the end of the haul. Oh, good. There's no jail cells up here. Protectron model. Stealth boy. Door shut, and then it drops down and lets you run the gambit again. Just to ensure they're not going to be a threat.
Make sure you don't leave anything useful behind.
I'm going to leave a ton of shit that's useful behind, Ada. You know why? Because there's not enough space. Not currently. There will be. Just not yet. Robot parts model.
Anise Ciroletti, Chief Scientist. This is the third time I've had to request more security. As thorough as our assembly procedures may be, there's a human factor to be considered. These are criminal and unstable minds. It can't be a scientist's job to ensure each test subject is properly sedated. I was promised military assistance and security, but we need more. I won't allow my crew to be endangered. As fascinating as it may be to integrate the human mind with robotics, sometimes I wish I never signed on to this project.
And that right there is that moment where we get to find out that the robo brains the brains that they're using for robo brains are criminal brains and mentally insane. And it's like, I understand how the robo brains got to where they are. How they misinterpreted orders so grievously. Totally forgot about that. Hey, no! You leave Ada alone!
Prepare to be annihilated. Lost, but not forgotten.
Move, Ada! What the fuck are you doing, Ada?
That's the last of them.
She was literally bouncing back and forth in front of me. Wherever I would move, she would jump in front. Like, what the hell, Ada?
Heads up.
What can I do for you?
I wonder if those are supposed to be like morgues. Like the morgue storage containers. They seem a little big. As far as like wide goes. Okay. Now, kind of cool because you can shoot these. Wee, and they'll actually fall apart.
Open this.
Here's the room. See the curve? See that spotlight? See the windows? And there she is.
Halt, Miss Kranz. You may have infiltrated my sanctum and destroyed my robots, but your reign of terror ends here.
Okay. There seems to be some sort of misunderstanding here. Maybe we should talk about this.
The Commonwealth has suffered more than its fair share of injustices because of you. Now you'll face the full might
Mm-mm-mm. Medic.
Where can you see them, sir?
Box, some backup.
Oh, shit. Mm-mm-mm.
Bring in the turret.
We do got the medics on. God damn it. I'm not fucking doing all of that again. And stupid fucking Ada keeps getting that goddamn way, you stupid fucking robot. Legitimately, she is the most incompetent fucking companion you can have. She will 100% always be in your fucking way. It's kind of ridiculous.
There we go. Use this.
My systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency.
Nobody gives a shit, Ada. As long as you continue to be in the way, nobody cares. Are we not gonna...
Halt, miscreant.
I was like, are we not gonna open up?
You may have infiltrated my sanctum and destroyed my robots, but your reign of terror ends here.
Wait, my reign of terror?
The Commonwealth has suffered more than enough.
See, no matter what you choose, dialogue's the same.
Sparks, some backup. destruct. Code 001. Of course, I don't mean you, Sparks.
Easy with simple.
Impressive. But I think you failed to grasp the full reality of your situation. Look around you. This entire facility is at my command. For every robot you destroy, 10 more will come. Struggle all you want. There is nothing you can do to stop me. Nothing.
Warning. Power generation capacity exceeded. Now drawing reserve power.
Sparks! I'll deal with you myself. Carbine robots, destroy him!
That's not dealing with me yourself now, is it? That's sending robots to deal with me. Liar. And, you know,
Grab the fuel tanks. Prepare to drop on my mark.
if you're gonna be monologuing about how you're so unstoppable, you know what you should probably do? Turn off all your system warnings so that they don't announce your weaknesses.
Reserve power at 82%.
See? Because now comes can I beat the clock? Rather than the character feeling overwhelmed.
Sparks, bring them in!
See, if they didn't have those announcements, her threat of, oh, well, I have overwhelming numbers and you'll never outfight me because I can just have infinite robots and I have all day. If it didn't have the warnings of the power issues that she's now beginning to have, that threat, that statement, the character would begin to believe it with the more and more robots they have to fight and the longer and longer the fight goes on. But with those announcements, you're losing all the psychological damage, so to speak, or power that that statement would have made. Because now instead of them focused on like how overwhelming and unending this fight feels, they're now focused on, okay, I just got to beat the clock. I just got to beat the clock. I just got to beat the clock. And that is called hope. And you can't give your opponents hope if you're trying to overwhelm them. So maybe mute those fucking announcements or have them routed to like a private channel so that she can only be aware of them.
Power at 58%.
God damn, fucking get off of me.
Activate the Tesla coils.
A random landmine just fell on top of my head, and before the beeping would even finish, to let me know that I was in that right there. See, that one finished its beeping before it detonated. The other one didn't.
Activate the Tesla coils.
Full health, single-shotted me.
Activate the Tesla coils. Sparks, who am I?
Fuck me. Oh, come on. Ada, what the fuck are you doing? Holy shit, Ada! Why are you just standing there? You stupid fucking robot! Holy shit, Ada!
At 34%. Warning. Critical power failure is imminent.
Dude, Sparks, throw everything at him! Everything! Initiate power transfer, now!
Will emerge victorious. Your destruction is at hand.
Oh, what difficulty you on? Normal.
I'll cover you, sir.
It's just the normal settings.
Incoming!
But I know you're new to
Power failure in 10.
I know you're new to video game terms. So I'm playing on normal, what gamers would refer to as vanilla, meaning it's unaltered. Because like there's a lot of mods that you can do to games. So this is unaltered, so vanilla, and it's on the normal difficulty setting. So there's a lot of bugs in this game. There's a lot of bugs in every game, but there's a mod that a lot of people use called the Fallout unofficial patch, and it fixes a majority of these bugs, like Ada's companion behavior. Actually, all your companions' behavior, it gets corrected so that they're more functional. Like they're not in your way, they're actually helpful, they engage the enemy according to the AI level settings and things of that nature. So like a lot of this is, these are the vanilla settings that are unaltered, including unfixed or unoptimized. And the other thing is this fight is the final fight of a DLC. So this fight is genuinely supposed to be hard. And the reason for it is because of the level of rewards you're going to get out of this. So when I finish this fight, I'm going to end up getting every single robot piece unlocked so that I can build a robot or as many robots as I want using whatever parts that I want. So that's going to be helpful. This room here actually becomes a settlement as well, so I can build things here and do that sort of thing. And the Mechanist's unique outfit that they're wearing, I also get access to that. And then this unlocks a bunch of infinite quest lines that you can finish. So that's the reason this fight's supposed to feel so overwhelming, is because of the level of reward that you were receiving. The problem is when you throw that many assets doing that many different things, it creates hiccups. And then when you have a game as large as Fallout 4 is, and then you add on top of that the next generation update, which caused a lot of problems for people, it makes sense, especially because this game is an older game and not Bethesda's focus, because Todd has not successfully made a fucking Fallout game that has surpassed the popularity of other companies' Fallout games, so he continues to pout and throw tantrums over the Fallout series and instead hyperfixates on series that people are not fucking interested in, like Starfield. So, this game doesn't have as much attention and support as it should. And it's unfortunate that the Fallout fans don't care, because it's Fallout. And I'm cool with that.
Come on!
Do I wish it got more attention? Yeah. I can't wait till,
7.
Todd Howard's no longer with Bethesda. Because Todd Howard needs to do what Todd Howard's good at, which is selling products. You know what Todd Howard's not good at? Making video game decisions. He's a salesman. Let him be a salesman. He needs to stop putting his nose into fucking development's business.
not a villain. I just want you to hear me out. Face to face.
Very well. I will hear you out. But only for the sake of the Commonwealth. Sparks, with me!
I do think it's funny that Miss, I'm locked inside a fucking vault underground that I never leave, is like, I'm protecting the Commonwealth. How about you go and live in the Commonwealth? Why don't you go hang out on the surface and actually see what the fuck's going on? Rather than projecting your mental delusions out onto the real world and forcing the real world to deal with your mental delusions.
Let us discuss this amicably.
Who are you? Don't you think it's time you ditched that mask?
You're right. It's time I faced the true enemy of the Commonwealth.
You mean yourself?
There. Now we both know who we're dealing with.
Hey, I'm not the enemy. I'm the one trying to protect the Commonwealth against your robots.
They have taken innocent lives. My friends, they were simple traitors, all dead at the hands of your robots.
That can't be right. Explain yourself.
You messed up. I got the truth out of one of your robo-brains. They think they're saving people by killing them.
Saving by killing? No. It's the logic. It's there. I can see it now. I was hoping it was the robo-brains, an issue with their memory wipes. But you're right. Their primary directive was flawed.
Well, your technicality cost a lot of innocent people their lives.
Judging from the numbers in the data dump, if even a small percentage are innocents, I wanted to help the Commonwealth. And robots are all I know. I found this place and figured I could finally do my part. I accept full responsibility. I can't take back what I've done, or even atone for it. But this doesn't have to end in violence.
I found out the hot dogs were something they got from strangers nearby. They just a drink and every. Yeah, unfortunately, that sounds like that. I'm trying not to say too much because I know that there's ongoing things, but yeah, that's unfortunate and not surprising at all.
I'm not here to kill you, only to get you and your robots to stand down.
Done. Consider it done. And you won't regret this. I promise. None of the Commonwealth will. Here, take this. It's the password to the mainframe. You can use it to shut down the security protocols. I'd rather this place be in your hands now. I should have been more thorough.
So right here, you come in the mechanist room. Boop, 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 boop. There's a button, and it opens the wall.
Such a senseless waste of perfectly good technology. Your return, were we done?
Hey.
Your return is a relief. I trust the outcome was what you wanted.
I said we didn't have to keep talking about it. I just hate we can't meet. They can't meet basic needs no matter where they are. Again, not surprising, but again, I know we shouldn't be talking about this because of other ongoing things.
I got her to see the truth. She's standing down.
So the Mechanist really was misguided. Did she reveal her motives and reasoning?
The Robo-Brains were responsible. It was their twisted logic that started all this.
A biological wild card. The unknowns are vast. She had to know the risk she was taking by
Yes,
creating
please.
them. Many good people endured suffering and death because of the Mechanist. It's a shame a mind as brilliant as hers allowed such atrocities to be committed.
She's an idiot. She's lucky to be alive.
I'm uncertain if my logic protocols could override my personality subroutines had the decision been in my hands. Still, I now know that the death of my friends has brought about a safer Commonwealth. Had the Mechanist's robots remained unchecked, I'm certain that damage would have been extensive, halting, if not reversing, any progress that has been made here. With this knowledge, I am finally registering feelings of satisfaction and accomplishment. And I have you to thank for it.
There we go. All robot mods unlocked. Nice. Now then, let's grab these.
If you find any spare parts, you be sure.
And then you can do the safe control, and then it's Mines of the new facility, General Rawlings, Representative General Atomics, and Gregory Aldor. I firmly believe they have the U.S. military working side by side with these brilliant scientists. Yield some amazing results. Getting the government to work with private industry is going to be a challenge. The project will either prove to be ingenious or completely wasted effort, but I think we're already seeing promise. Their personnel need to one-up each other. Maybe is the best motivation yet. Yeah, so then like that goes into all of that sort of the unstoppables outclassed by the Mechanist. So she altered in an Unstoppables poster. That's funny.
Got it.
Alright, and then we get the bobby pin box, the Century model, and drawing of the Mechanist. The cool, unique thing. Mechanist log, play that while we're doing the rest of the looting. Finally got terminals up and running. Anyways, this is her personal journal. The Mechanist suit turned out even better than I hoped. Sparks gives me a very approving beep. I even added a voice augmentation to it. It's strange how it makes me feel so confident when I put it on. It's like being a different person. It's because you're hiding. People who lack confidence tend to want to hide behind masks, figuratively and literally. So, that tracks. It's kind of like, and everybody's got experience with this, the internet tough guys, right? The ones that are the keyboard warriors. They're all big and bad as long as there's a screen and a keyboard between them and whoever they're having a conflict with. That's the same concept as, again, putting on the Mechanist suit for her. So, it tracks, it makes sense, the logic is there. Gotta go back and talk to Isabella to get the Mechanist outfit.
Those robo-brains explain how one person could maintain this facility.
Yes.
Alone. An impressive modification.
There we go, spotlight schematics. So now we can build spotlights. And there's the elevator that we couldn't open earlier. All right, let's go talk to her before we leave.
Hey, just one more thing, if you have a minute.
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Isabel. That's my name. Isabel Cruz. I just wanted to say I'm really happy, thankful that you've let me stick around here. And in order to show you that I'm done with the past, I want you to have this as a sort of promise, I guess. It's the mechanist suit I made.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's one more thing. A much bigger thing. There are still robots out there. Lots of them. My communications are down, and I can't call them back. But I can tell you where they are, if you're interested.
Sure.
Great. All right.
Excuse me.
In case I haven't said it enough, I really am sorry about this.
I just want to trade.
Sounds good to me.
What do you have? Where is... I'm still sitting at 21. Nah, we're good. We don't need to do anything. We're good. Let's get out of here. All right, so... Oh, there's an overdue book. Grab that too. Hot plate.
Going down. Control center. Control center. Going down. Security screening room 3.
All right, let's go back this way through here. We're almost at 24. Let's walk around and see what we can't discover to hit that 24 mark. Actually, let's go to the police station. There's an Eddie Winters tape there that'll be nice to have. And I'm sure we'll fight some enemies along the way. It's actually that building right there. Ada, move. Holy fuck, Ada.
Hey. I'd be happy to help if I can.
Head over there.
I'll get it done.
Over here.
Certainly. Sorry, I can't get there right now.
Move here.
I'll take care of it.
Weird that I can't loot that Nuka-Cola. Or those rat poisons. Alright, police station.
That's a museum quality piece.
And there's number 6. When we get them all, we'll play them in order. Hmm. Kind of surprised there's not like bugs or something to fight here. All right, let's go forward then. There we go. Thank you. Alright, so let's go with charisma now. Because that opens up this one. Which is what we actually wanted. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day or evening, depending on where you're at in the world.
Hey.
Want any food? No, I'm good. Thank you.
How may I be of service?
How's it the Nuka-Colas? Whiskey. And furniture. Probably a container. Save our robot models. Okay, miscellaneous. Bottle caps, nice. Overdue. Spotlight. Okay. I think that's everything. So let's check here. Okay. Oh. I almost forgot. Pre-war money. All right. Now then. Increased damage, energy resistance, increased energy damage, increased. Okay. Middle eye. Actually. I need armor rank 4. If it's not gonna do anything, this causes bleeding, right? Melee targets bleed, yeah. Okay. The Tesla coils are the one I want. Science 3. Science 3. Hey, Kaz, welcome in, welcome in. Nothing's... Oh, that one does. But we don't have access to that one, so we'll just go with this one for now. None of them that I have access to causes bleeding, so we're going to go with this one. How you been? I've been outstanding. I just finished the Mechanist stuff, so I unlocked everything. So now I gotta get the skill sets up there so I can actually use everything and make my preferred robot companions here. So just go with Terror Drone. I'm scared. These should be terrors. There we go.
It's always fascinating watching you create.
Even though I can't understand you, I think we'll get along just fine. Time to hit the road.
Ada, you can... I don't want you to accelerate down there. Let's send you to... Green Top Nursery. You know, let's just keep you at Sanctuary for now.
It's astounding how much
No.
we still have to discover
No.
out here.
I fibbed. You, move. You're going to Grey Garden.
Would you like me to go with you?
No, I want you to go away. And Terror, come here.
Heads up.
Trade. You have to have subway token. All right. Yeah, Sheffield doing haircuts. All right.
Do I look like I want to chit-chat?
Marcy, I swear. Fucking tempt me. She's marked as essential. So we're not able to, we're not able to actually kill her. Alright. So we did that. We could use some more charisma before we do that section, though. We could go rescue Nick. We need to go rescue Nick. Before we do that, let's go to the castle, though. Offload some stuff, grab up some 10 mil ammo. I think that's the plan. Who are you, and why are you here? Why are you... That's right, default game. Default game, vanilla settings. None of them wear fucking uniforms. And it just became nighttime.
Hey.
I've got something a bit different for you. Our scouts have found it. Once you clear it out, before you know it, is there something you need?
Nope. Homie, do you really not have a job? Holy shit, you really don't have a job.
Hey there.
Running low on supplies, General?
Let me see what you've got.
Sure thing, General.
Look at that, almost 200. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Customization was crazy in this. I know, right? I absolutely, totally agree with that. And then the mods just made it even more wild. I think that's going to be all she wrote. Yeah, and that's going to be all she wrote. Leave all that for now. What mods you got on? None. 0. This is all vanilla. And the reason for that, actually, is it's my first time playing it on PC. And I didn't have any of the achievements opened on PC. So I decided I'm going to play without any mods for the very first time in a very long time. And I was going to go through and see how many achievements I can get knocked out in a single run. And then I was going to mod the shit out of the game afterwards. That, and it's also a good way to, like, remind myself of what the game is before mods. And then it's also a good way to see what the baseline performance is on PC as a vanilla unaltered version of the game, you know? So, multiple reasons there for this. Where are we going? Where are we going? I know I need to go there. It's actually like right in this region where we need to go. We can hit the Eddie Winter tape on the way out. But I do plan on modding the crap out of this whenever I finish this playthrough. But I am going to be super thorough in this playthrough because I'm trying to go for achievements. Just like... And the other thing is I have this... This is the Steam version of the game. And the Steam version, the achievements are all hidden and I can't reveal them until I've achieved them. So I actually... I'm going to be having to reference an achievement list just to see what achievements there are because they're all hidden on Steam for some reason. Again, I'm excited to hear about the knowledge and lore you have in this game. Yeah, I absolutely love this universe. And the thing is there's 2 sets of lore. And people who... And this is for anybody. And I will fight anybody on this. Anybody who came in as a Fallout fan, starting with the 3rd fucking game, the very first one Bethesda made, you are only half a fan. The reason I say that is because when Todd Howard took over Fallout, and he finally got them to buy the goddamn IP. He got the IP to get bought out. They originally didn't want to sell it to him. But originally is irrelevant because what is they ended up taking the money. They took the money, and Todd Howard immediately retconned one of the original 3 games, which was Fallout Brotherhood of Steel Tactics. And then he also immediately retconned a very, very important fucking document. Or book, rather. And it was called the Fallout Bible. He turned around and said that that is no longer canon as well. The Fallout Bible, if you guys are if you've ever read the Dune books, you know how they have like an entire fucking encyclopedia set almost of just this is the universe, this is the characters, this is the resources, this is the culture, this is the gods, the beliefs, all of it, right? This is the universe fleshed out in its entirety, right? No story information, just this is the universe information to establish the hard facts of the world that this story takes place in, right? Fallout Bible was that. It established the facts of the universe in which Fallout was set in. We had an exact number of known vaults. An exact number. Right? Like, that was the level of detail in the Fallout Bible. And Todd went, that's nice, get fucked, and threw it away. Yep. He retconned the most important, arguably the most important thing to the Fallout universe, which was the Fallout Bible. Because he didn't like the fact that the universe was already established. He felt, and he has stated this, that he could do more and do better than the creators of the universe. Todd, you were wrong. But hey, don't let me convince you of that. Let's look at the sales. Because Fallout New Vegas trumps the shit out of anything else. And Fallout New Vegas goes back to following the Fallout Bible and the original canon universe. That's why Fallout New Vegas outperforms. Because the Fallout universe is story heavy. It is story driven. Everything is canon and nothing contradicts itself. Until Todd Howard got involved. Then, good God, the amount of contradictions is insane. The Enclave didn't have fucking robots running anything. That's a fun one, right? There was no super smart AI computer. There was, we're gonna kill non-pure things, said the fucking AI, right? Bro, you're not even human. How are you gonna lead humans and say that the humans need to wipe out anything not human? Doesn't that include you on that list there, big dog? But that was the big bad for Fallout 3, right? Fallout 2, did you know that there was a human fucking president that we actually killed, blew up the entire staff and leadership and organization that was known as the Enclave? They were on an oil rig off the coast of California and Oregon. Blew it up, killed everybody. Women, children, soldiers, officers, politicians, the elected president of the United States, or the remnants of it for the Fallout universe, right? That was Fallout 2. And Todd immediately goes, well, I don't like that. We're bringing that faction back, and we're making them led by a supercomputer who's telling them to kill everything not human. Did you think about that statement there, Toddy boy? No? Didn't think so. And then you've got the Brotherhood that now had a second faction called the Outcasts, which, by the way, we haven't seen hide or hair of since Fallout 3, when they were introduced. Do you know why? Because it would never fucking happen. Brotherhood of Steel is the former remnants of the United States military, thus super fucking disciplined and ingrained from the youngest age that rank, hierarchy, and discipline and orders are all that fucking matter in life. Period. There would not be a separate faction breaking away because they don't like leadership policies. Also, a leader going against tradition in a military faction that is born, raised, and isolated within that military faction, because they don't integrate with outsiders, would also not allow a leader to go against their traditions and remain in leadership position. So, like, that clusterfuck that was Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 3 contradicted everything. That's 2 mistakes in 1 game, and it's the very first game that Todd came up with. But hey, it's okay, we got Harold back. For those who don't know Harold was the ghoul from the first game that had the little twig sticking out of his head. And he'd call it Bob. His real name's Herbert, but he calls it Bob because it makes Bob mad. So, him and Herbert, that's the actual name of the twig growing out of his head. We get to interact with him in the first game. Cool dude. He's one of the few ghouls that aren't actually hostile with you. Second game, we run into him again. You know the first game takes place? California. You know the second game takes place? Fucking California. Portions of Nevada as well. And Harold's there. And now it's like a little branch growing out of his head. And he still calls it Bob to piss it off because, you know, its real name's Herbert. And he talks to it all the time and has arguments with it. But we got Harold back. You remember that place in Fallout 3 that was called the Oasis? And it had the tree with the fucking face on it that you had to go down and find all of its internal organs and kill it? Yeah, that was our ghoul friend from the first 2 games. And somehow he's in Washington, D.C. How did a ghoul get all the way from California to D.C. in that short period of time and then become a tree and then have all of its organs pushed around? Well, we needed some way to connect it to the previous games. You already did that, Todd. It's called dog meat. Dog meat is the connecting factor in all of the games. It's a pretty important character. What did you not do? Oh, that's right. You didn't add dog meat into Fallout 76. Matter of fact, you didn't add a dog into Fallout 76. So that's another Fallout game that you removed one of the most important pieces of lore. Fucking dog meat. Todd, stop fucking up our universe, man. Chill. Take your pride, put it in your fucking pocket, and shut your mouth and let the developers work, man. Respect the lore. Todd. Sorry. I really like this series, and everything that he's done to it really makes me mad. But his building system's phenomenal. The building system his development team put in here to like build stuff, oh my goodness, so fantastic. Are the gunners here? Nope, just raiders. Raider note. Where's the game in the National Park headquarters? It's a big score recently. If we can hit them hard enough, we can make off with a nice all caps. Cool, but who killed you? Imagine removing dog meat. Exactly, like, you can't do that. He is one of the most... I don't know if you've ever watched the TV show Supernatural, but it's like removing the Impala. You can't fucking remove the Impala. I did log in like usual for Skyrim. It says I need to be online. Alright. Alright. Everyone give me a second. I'll be right back. We're back. What was I going to go do? I was going to... Oh, I was getting the Eddie Widow tapes. Well, I made my way towards... Six one, half a dozen the other. Fuck it. 6 one, half a dozen the other. We'll just charge it.
Let's play, little. Where'd you go? Huh?
Oh, I'm
Find you. Gonna kill you.
promises, promises, promises.
Oh, hand.
All right. Shotgun shells. Eat that. All right, we're good. Yes, I know. Though I should go in there and I should explore it, but I'm not. This one too is another one. You can get a recipe over there. We'll deal with all of that craziness later, though. All right. I don't think we're in here alone. I'm guessing it's the ED at the end, because they all had that in common.
Nice.
Subway token. Grab that up. Daddy-o. Yep. There we go. I figured we weren't alone. Where's your friends? There's your friend. There's the witty tape. Okay.
Sweet.
So Eddie Winter, again, and I said this last time, is based on a real-life criminal whose name is Whitey Bulger. There's been a different versions and portrayals of him throughout various forms of media, One of the more common ones that people are probably familiar with is The Departed with, who was that? It was Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon. I know there was more. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But anyways, Jack Nicholson's character is supposed to be based off of or inspired by Whitey Bulger. And there was another one. What was it? Johnny Depp did it. Where Johnny Depp played him as well. By the way, there used to be a cool thing. I'm pretty sure it's disabled now. Black Mass. That was the Johnny Depp movie, Black Mass, where Johnny Depp plays Whitey Bulger. So, those are the most two common forms of media you'll find him in. Whitey Bulger was an Irish mobster in Boston who had a cop, well, a federal officer, I believe it was the FBI, where he had him in his pocket, and what he was doing was he would turn his rivals into the federal agent, and he would pin his crimes on on his rivals, and the federal agent would swoop in with that information, make the arrest and bust, remove a...
What the? You are so dead.
Gotta deal with this bullshit. But they would remove his competition, and he would just continue to turn them in, and they wouldn't ever look at him. And then when he ran out of people to turn in, and the FBI agent was found out and discovered it, and they arrested and charged him, he fled and was missing for a very, 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 very long time. And eventually, I think it was right around Black Mass coming out, or just before or after. It's like right around that time period where they ended up finding him. Somebody found out that he was living on the other side of the country in California, and he was living with a girlfriend, and they ended up arresting him finally. So yeah, he went on the run for quite a while. But that's who Eddie Winters is supposed to be, because like he was just missing and nobody knew where he was, but he was like one of the most wanted people in the country for a very, very, very long time. To the point where people started speculating he had just died already of natural causes or a rival took him out, right? But, no, he was just that good at hiding.
Where that little fucker?
Look at that. You got your whole fucking crew murdered because you couldn't just keep your dick in your pants and you had to go and pick fights with people who clearly outclass you, bud. Good for you. Well, go engage it then, Terror. Stop complaining and just go handle it. That works for me. Ba-do-ba-do-boop, boop, boop.
That's it.
We'll leave that terminal alone. It's probably for the turret that we killed. Oh, you're shooting at the dog. Leave the rest. Okay, I think we're good. I know we can go downstairs and go into the subway and deal with all of that craziness, but that's not in the cards. It's not what we actually came in here for. And if it wasn't for the fact that the dude decided to shoot at me, I would have left these folks alone. But no, special fish wanted special attention. All right, so. Okay.
Slow me down, but you'll never slow me. I'm doing my best.
Hell yeah.
All right, there's a comic. So that comic, the way that you can always identify it. So this is where we're at on the map, right? Castle's down here. Andrew Station, South Boston Police Department. See the bus? The bus inside the building is the indication that it's on the top floor. That's always how I figure it out. How I remember it, rather. Let's go. You know what? Let me think on that a second here. Let's see here. There we go. There's Swan Lake. Or pond, rather. And we can pick up the Gorgonak outfit, as well as the Silver Shroud stuff, too. Which, oh, there is so much to do, because we gotta go to Pikmin's Gallery still.
What? Hell no!
God damn it. Should've left it alone, big dog.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
Ba-da-ba-da-boop-boop-boop. Alright, this place will be filled with ghouls, and I think there's a few traps, if I remember correctly. Rounds aren't going anywhere. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Okay. So there's the storeroom key. There's the Unstoppables. Permanently gain 1% chance to avoid all damage from an attack. And then we've got the display case, which we're gonna get the experience for.
Yes.
Which gives us Gorgonox Axe. Hits cause more stagger, and targets take bleed damage. It's cool if you're doing a melee build, but past that, just fucking display it. Going to unlock this. Nope. So ING. Nope. Alright, so nothing that ends in an ING.
I'm through.
There we go. We're not gonna do that. Now we unlock the door to get the experience. Pixie Aquatica, I don't know if you're still there or not, but if you are, don't forget to post in Discord to let everybody know.
That's it.
Now, once we're in here, we've got... There it is. This is the safe that's unlocked by the computer. Or you can pick the lock here and get the experience for picking an expert lock. But if you can't, the terminal was only advanced. So if you got the hacking to advanced, maybe, it's another alternative to open this vault. Sorry, safe, not vault, safe. Which, by the way, question, you noticed this, right? It's two different combination locks, but it's the spinning dial ones. Where the fuck are we putting the bobby pin and the screwdriver? I'm just saying. Because there's no keyhole in it. Alright, so. One to glue. Duct tape. Okay. Baseball. Glove, because we've been running out of leather. Toy cars got screws in them. Same with the toy trucks for the wheels. Bottle cap, bobby pin. Skirmisher's note. We already know what it says. It's talking about all the crazy ass loot here and the rumors and blah 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 blah. And nobody cares. Because we're here for the loot. Hey, sunshine. Whoa! 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 Fuck off. Outstanding. Alright, so here you want to make sure you grab the Silver Shroud photo right here. Boom. We're not going upstairs just yet. We're gonna punch through over here. Whoa, don't fall in the hole. Hey, sunshine. Hot plate. Dims. Office key. Manager's terminal. And we're good. Oh, that was the legendary dude. I did not realize. Alright, so we're good. Let's go upstairs. Go, go, go. By the way, if anybody has any specific Fallout questions, feel free to ask. There we go. So now this room has got the Silver Shroud script. You want to make sure you're grabbing that up too. You don't need to actually read anything in there. It's not relevant unless you want background story of the script writer, circumstances that he was doing everything under, which isn't all that interesting, to be honest. It's pretty generic, as you would expect, you know. I mean, he died sitting in his office at work. Can't be that exciting of an individual if you died sitting in your office at work. I think he's even drinking like a soda, right? Are you drinking a Nuka-Cola? Let's go find out. No, you're just drinking a standard beer. Not even a good beer. It's a generic just beer. It's not even a Gwent. Alright, there's a dude right back here. Hey, sunshine. Problem solved. Alright, so what we do need here is this right here. The silver machine gun prop. Military grade duct tape. Always grab that. There's the outfit. And here's the Gorgonok costume. Buff out. Right behind this door, we've got another comic.
Nice.
Which you do 5% extra damage with the alien blaster. Which, super not useful. If they had a way of giving you more ammo, maybe. But, like...
Got it.
Honestly, the gun is so fucking outclassed so quickly, it's not really relevant at all. Alright, so we got all that. Now you can actually, like, activate stuff here. It's pretty cool. Okay, our character is actually glitched. Come on. Give me control of my character. Are you kidding me? My character is stuck in a fucking animation loop. Oh, that is so fucking stupid. Animation loop stuck. Oh, I gotta do it all over again. God damn it. Okay. So let's try that again.
Nice.
Gorgonox Axe. First comic.
That's it.
So we're not gonna risk getting stuck in that fucking animation loop again. Especially because it's not necessary. All it does is let you play with the lights and the sounds of the set. Anyways, Silver Shroud photo. I want the phone.
Yes.
There we go. Alright, script. See? Look, just beer bottle. Shame. For shame. You know what's sad? Is that the United States military actually sells you can go to the standard, like, base stores, and you can pick up a beer that is literally just called a beer. They don't tell you anything else about it. It's just beer, which I think is hilarious. It's disgusting, by the way. Don't drink it. Why am I fucking stuck? Oh my goodness. I got stuck on the boxes. Those. All right.
Nice.
Now then. Let's try this again. Got all of that. Get the Gorgonok outfit.
Yes.
And then we'll grab the comic.
Perfect.
Open this.
Sweet.
All right. I'm saving it right here. There we go. It worked that time. So yeah. And there's the chroma light test. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, you can change all of this stuff and mess with it. It's pretty cool and entertaining, but as we just saw, you should probably save your game first before touching it. Now you can go to the roof. There's really not a whole lot up here. Make sure you save before you mess with that computer, because as we saw, you can get stuck in an animation glitch. There. On the roof. You can clearly see there's not an actual reason to come up here, other than maybe if you don't want to go back through the building. And we should probably drink a water. And save our game, because we're about to fight a dude. We're gonna fight Swan. Oh, Swanee boy. Come out and play with me. Got him. I would prefer not to have to deal with him at all. So that's why I do it that way. Ooh, what do you break down into? Fiberglass, plastic, and steel. Look at that. So we will take all of those. And was that a heavy armor chest piece you just gave me? I think it was. It sure shit was. Nice. Hey, Terror, come here. Come here, Terror.
Hey.
you're gonna hold on to my special things. We'll see how much weight that frees up. Mm. Okay, so maybe we're just gonna give you everything then. Alright. That's all you can hold to. I know, but I gotta get you upgraded further. And we definitely need some Rad-X for what we're doing. So this is a dude conducting an experiment, and you get to find all his little swan notes. And you can see the radiation barrels he's living next to do his experiment. And you can actually... see this? Watch his degradation be recorded by himself into his descent into madness and mutation into the swan creature that we ended up having to put down. It's an interesting little tidbit, because it's always interesting to see people go mad, because it piques morbid curiosity in the human psyche, which is why it's an interesting concept. But it's also a sad situation when you think about the details of it. Alright, so before we go down there and go rescue Mr. Nicky Boy, we are gonna go to a few places. First things first, let's jump up here and let's go get some things dropped off. And let's find out why we have dropped below 80%. We should not have dropped below 80% happiness on that settlement. Six, 12, 40, 5, 32, 6. Huh. I don't know why you guys are upset. I'm gonna build an extra bed, though. And... I have another thing, I just gotta find it. Here they are. The only thing I can think of that would cause something like that would be if we got a new settler. And that new settler would have to be a ghoul or a synth. Or one of these bastards here got replaced with a synth. Is it you, Marcy? Probably. keep the silver shroud stuff. Deposit the cherry. Experiment logs. The barbarian. Raider's note. Oh yeah, we gotta finish all that. Keep the silver shroud stuff. Swan's note, torn note, unstoppables. Astoundingly awesome tales. Okay. And Terror, come here.
Hey.
Maybe we get you a sound module, or like a voice module, huh? Have your token back. Furious Fist, Gorgonox Axe, and I think that's it for weapons. Yep. Gorgonaut costume. Yep. Alright. Let's go fix your sound, bud. Let's actually give you a voice. Everything else needs to be... Oh, wait. We got an armor upgrade, too. We need to go deal with. We do not have perks, so we're good. It's a leather issue. Oh, no, it's not just a leather issue. Everything is 4 and up. Okay. Deep pocketed, it's a leather issue. Deep pocketed is a leather issue. Okay. Is Carla here? No, Carla is not here. They shouldn't be moving. Just had to make sure that we don't have any
I can
issues.
rest easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell.
Let's see what you have.
It's all worth every cap I'm charging.
Get the ammo. You don't have the hat. That breaks down for the leather. You almost had enough. Dang. I was one. She's one short from what I needed. Bunker Hill next. We need one more leather. And actually, my charisma's still not where I want it to be to pick up that quest there. Hey, you sell leather.
Hey, Lucas.
My armor saved many a wastelander.
Yes, it has, but
plenty of stock.
I want that right there. Yeah, and you don't have the heavy. Okay.
Hey, at least
Okay.
it's honest work.
Welcome back. Looking to trade?
Yes.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Everything?
You don't have 10 mil rounds? No, you don't. Interesting. You're not going to have anything else that I really want either. Because those are standard armor. Okay, so we're going to sell you those. And there we go.
You'll find I'm very persistent.
You'll find that I really don't give a shit about your mission right now, homie. Kinda wild, I know. Which, before I go... Let's go back to Green Top Nursery. We gotta repair the sentry now that I have circuitry on me. Once we get the sentry turret repaired, then we'll bounce back over to Sanctuary and upgrade our armor. Did you guys just naturally fix your shit? Yes, you just naturally fixed your shit. So what you're telling me is that I don't necessarily actually need to guard this place, or repair this place. You'll just fix it. Is that what you're telling me? Hey, actually, you know what? While we're here, check this out. There's a death claw down here. It's a unique death claw. It's a unique death claw because it's supposed to be a blind death claw. He's right in there. See that? You can see him moving already. Oh, nope, they just have the regular one. It's supposed to be a blind one.
Threat annihilated.
And there we go. So once you've dealt with that nonsense... Woo! Before diving down the hole, you want to jump up here? Climb this rock here. And if you can jump in this hole, got a cap stash, vault tech with the Nuka Cola Quantum. Now that item will be random. The item that comes out of the lunch pail will be random, but the cap stash will be there. Anyway, so after you've killed this little deathclaw creature thing, and you've done whatever looting that your little heart desires, you jump in the hole. Right down there, where Terror is at. Now, there's actually a reason you want to go down here. There's a, it's twofold. First, there's a magazine down here. Magazine is right here.
Yes.
Which, if you look, you permanently swim 25% faster. That's kind of cool. Now, right up here,
Possible target in hostile reacquired. Sensor alert. Possible proximity alert. Target exposed. Powering down weapons.
and that was an achievement for hitting level 25. Nice! Alright, now that we're at 25, what can we open up? We can go up with the armorer. We can go up with the guns. But I really do want to do that. Armor gives me an immediate result. We're going with guns. We'll go with armor next. So we need 3 more levels? 2 more levels. No, 3 more levels. 3 more levels, because I need to upgrade the armor next, and then I need to take the one for your companions to not do damage to you. That's an important one. Especially with the way that, with one of the builds that I do with this, with my robots. I do love using the robots. So, the magazine, giving you the 25% increased swim speed is super important there. The second reason, because I said it was twofold. Second reason is right up here. So, while we're waiting on this loading screen, this building we're going into right now, the door exits out on the street level, which is great 'cause it's where we need to be. However, it's chained from the inside. So you need to actually go through the hole, go up through the underground area into the basement, upstairs, in order to be able to unchain the door so you can come in and out. We are getting closer to doing other stuff, though. What are we going to do next? Oh, we're going to rescue Nick. That's right. I just came here to make sure that the turret got repaired. We can rescue Nick. Nick will give us another bobblehead over by his spot. And I think that's how we actually open up the Far Harbor quest line, too. Anyways, see? Door chained. And then you find... Unchain. You'll find this dude. Sometimes it's a dude, sometimes it's a guy, sometimes it's a chick. Either way, this dude. You'll find dead on the stairs. And then you'll find out... Where's that? Right here, sleepwalking note. And if you go into your inventory and you actually read it, Kathy, move your bed downstairs. You're sleepwalking. It's gonna be the death of you, Monty. So clearly she got up, sleepwalked, fell, breaking her neck. We'll deal with it, Terror. By the time it took him to finish saying the sentence that danger, hostile, may be an area, Terror already had killed the hostile by the time he finished the sentence. That's what I'm talking about, bud. And you're not even like a fraction of how strong I'm gonna make you. I'm not going to Nuka World without him being all squared the fuck away, though. That's just not gonna happen. We're gonna get him squared away first. There's another one here. Where are you at? There you are.
Attack mode engaged.
Now that we don't have any enemies near us, we can get in. Ooh, and I got that arm I can slap on him now. There we go. Waste on survival deposited. Ice cold Nuka-Cola Quantum. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Shit, I should have thought about that before picking everything up. We gotta go get rid of it. I gotta go do the Silver Shroud storyline. I was not ready to do that yet, but we don't have a choice. We kind of put ourselves in that position when we picked up all the equipment, because it has a weight to it, and you can't get rid of it until you finish the story. We're gonna go with that one for now. Stuck behind a science of 3. Actually, I just thought of something. I upgraded guns. Can I upgrade my deliverer further now? Hey, dog meat. Fun fact, if you don't talk to Mama Murphy about the dog, dog meat doesn't change. The name of dog meat doesn't change from dog. It just stays dog the entire game. So you have to talk to Mama Murphy when you first meet Preston in the in Concord, and you get up into that room where him and all the settlers are. Talk to Mama Murphy. That's how you get dog to change from dog to dog meat. There it is. There it is. That's the max. It is officially done. All right. So the deliverer is finally maxed out. I was gonna go get Nick. Man, there's a few things we need to go do. God damn. No, because we're gonna have to do with that issue there, and I need to have the speech check available. Nick's gonna give us a bobblehead, though. Let's go save Nick. What does my inventory space look like? 62? I mean, that's not... Weight is 1. Weight is 2. Weight is half. So it's not really all that much weight. Let's go get Nick, like I had originally planned. Let's get Nick. You do have your subway token, right, bud?
No. Deposit or withdrawal.
You do. Okay. So the next weapon that we'll have to upgrade, we won't have to worry about until we get into Nuka World, and that'll be the handmade rifle. Everything else is irrelevant to my playstyle. Wow. There we go.
I'm telling you, joining Skinny Malone's crew was the best decision.
Target located. Engage in.
Place.
Every second you hide, I just get madder.
Weapon systems online.
Where are you? Come
Oh,
out.
I'll find you.
No, you won't. Not in there.
Danger. Combat systems returning to standby.
Didn't even get to fire a shot, big dog. Okay, so let's push through. Raxo cleaner. And there goes. I should have looked up. But take the weapons. Don't need the rest of the trash. Grab the subway tokens, because again, it's how you're able to use the robots in the subway as allies. It will attack anybody and anything not carrying a subway token. So if you activate robots, you make sure that you and your companions have subway tokens.
Got it.
Caps, water, I don't need the rest. But I will take that right there.
Sweet.
You know what's wild? So Nick is investigating the Mysterious Stranger, which the Mysterious Stranger has been a perk in the Fallout universe since the first game. And it's pretty fantastic. However, in the first game, because like you get the Mysterious Stranger perk in Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, right? Like, you don't need it. It's kind of cool, but you don't need it. It's not super helpful. It doesn't come in clutch. It doesn't do any of those things, right? Like, it's kind of cool, kind of, right? But the first two games, goodness gracious, was combat brutal in those games. So, like, Mysterious Stranger absolutely was fucking important in those first 2 games because it would legitimately come in clutch because the combat in the first 2 Fallout games were nowhere near as forgiving as every single title afterwards. So, like, Mysterious Stranger perk actually used to be something really important to get. Now it's one of those, like, if you want it, you can get it. You don't need it. It's not gonna get you out of, like, a tight spot or anything, you know?
Who?
Oh, I see you fuckers. No, you won't. Find some bullets. Come on down.
Noise detected. Entering search mode. Sensors recalibrating. Engaging target. Alert status green. Priority mission. Destroy hostile.
All right. Let's see. How many was that? 1. Take that. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Not a bad little run there. All right. So, let's see. What else do we got in here? Let's do some proper exploring. And again, if you're gonna do the building and you're gonna do vanilla building, and you want, I personally call them clean builds, because like everything's symmetrical. There's not a bunch of fucking holes in your walls, your ceilings, or anything like that. Really, the only choice you got to build with if you want to accomplish a build that looks clean using vanilla assets is concrete. And luckily, when you're coming to this location, there's down by the vault entrance where we're going to be going. There's a bunch of concrete. And there's concrete inside too. So you want to make sure you're grabbing all that up. Concrete is definitely one of my favorite things to build with in this game. Concrete and steel are the 2 required ingredients. But it'll give you a clean, solid structure with no gaps in the walls, no holes in the ceilings, and none of that shit. Tripwire. See, tripwires are good as far as like... Okay, so let me preface this by saying booby trapping in the United States is illegal. I cannot speak for other countries, but I can state that in the United States, to booby trap anything, including personal property, for personal safety or defense or any other reason, is illegal in the United States. So do not booby trap anything in the United States. It is a crime. Now, that being said, tripwires are really good. Especially if you can make them obvious. Now, here's why I say that. Ideally, if you can create for example, if the door swings in this way, and door swings in this way, you can see that there's a gap, kind of, to be able to fit over this ledge, right? So you keep that in mind. And I would put the tripwire right about here. Because they're gonna look underneath. Possibly if they're trained, right? Let's say that they're highly paranoid or highly trained, either way, right? So they have their tripwire. They can't see it until the door's open. Now, once the door's open, we know the door's not going to set it off accidentally, so you can still safely come in if you set this trap, right? So, see these pipes? So what I would do is I would set the tripwire, and then I would set a second tripwire, and make both of them clear. Obvious. Don't fucking hide them. And you see how they did this little vice grip and they had the gun pointing this way? That's cute. Do that. You know why? Because the gun's not going to work. Okay? You want them to look at that and go, ah, that's the trap. Why? Because as soon as they think they figured out the trap, they stop looking. And that's where these pipes come in handy. Because you can hide the actual trip wire mechanism that's triggered in the ceiling, in the pipes. And hell, you can even make it where if they disarm it, and you have to create a barrier that forces them to have to disarm it or trigger it, one of the two. But you have you have your weapon placed up here, and you have an obvious decoy, because when people see the decoy, most people that are not experienced with this sort of deception will lower their guard because they figured it out. There's no longer a threat because I know what the threat is. It's that concept, that mindset. So they stop looking, and then that's when they make mistakes. And you can even do it where these tripwires don't go to anything, just for shits and giggles. And then say, put a pressure thing on this lid, so that way when the lid opens, that actually triggers the things in the ceiling. But put decoys up. If you're gonna have real booby traps, put decoys up around the area where your real booby traps are. The reason for that, again, is because it makes your opponent lower their guard, because they figured it out, so there's no longer a need to be concerned or vigilant. But you booby trap something else that's not obvious, they'll nonchalantly interact with it and nonchalantly get eviscerated by whatever your booby trap is, whether it's explosives, guns, primitive traps that are spikes or big heavy things coming down to smash into their body, right? Whatever the case may be. All right, and here,
Gotcha.
Sensors clear. Tracking lost. Target destroyed.
now that they're all toasted, here is our first set of concrete stuff. Got the cement. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Take the cooking oil. We get more cement. Boom, boom, boom. And look at that. More cement.
Heads up.
You are authorized to access this unit's cargo.
I need to, like, activate a personality thing with you, homie.
Heads up. Look alive. Look alive.
Why won't you let me talk to him?
Outputting components.
Hey,
This unit is at your command.
I'd like to activate your personality subroutine.
Acknowledged. Personality subroutine activated.
There we go. You're too robotic for a robot, homie. It's disconcerting. Alright, so we've got our cement. Time to go and do this.
the door. Why's that thing so loud? Hello?
Make you ask questions. See, it worked.
You skinny? Ah!
We may have some trouble.
It'll be fine, big dog. It's just a baseball bat. Alright, so we are going to be running into quite a few of those dudes, which is fine. But we're also going to be getting a magazine and a bobblehead. I know for sure the bobblehead and the magazine. I just don't remember if that's
So I got
it.
a question. Why the hell would anyone build a vault out of a subway station? This place is like the opposite of airtight.
Because they weren't planning to use it, you moron. We used to pull this kind of con all the time back before the war. Get a bunch of union boys to work some construction job that would go nowhere. Keep everyone on payroll.
Yep. That is an option.
Knucklehead! Ah!
Wait a minute.
Can you see them, sir?
I can. You're about to see them too, because they're about to shoot at us.
That was amusingly simple.
Alright, so there's going to be more down here. That construction racket thing is still going on, by the way, at least in the United States.
Picking up something.
Drop on us.
Target's in range.
Could you imagine that? Think about that. You were in a criminal organization for, let's see, what year is this right now? 2087, down there in the bottom corner. You see that? 2287. That is the year. That would, and the bombs dropped in 2077. So this is 210 years later. So you've been in this organization for longer than that, because that guy talked about being in the organization before the war. So they were in the organization before the year 2077. And it is now 2287. And the dude is still just a fucking foot soldier who's a guard. Do you know how shitty that's got to be? Think about that. For 210 years, you have loyally devoted your life, survived a nuclear explosion, became immortal for all intents and purposes outside of violence, still remained loyal in spite of all of that, and have not received a single promotion yet. That would be fucking wild. And he's answering to a human. He's answering to a human. Skinny Malone is human, and that would mean that Skinny
Every
Malone,
second you hide, I just get...
Skinny Malone, took over the organization recently. In this person's, while this person's been serving in this organization for over 200 years. So an outsider, a new kid, got leadership before the dude that's been there for 200 plus years. That's hilarious. You know how bad at your job you have to be?
Try to give me the slip! Ah!
Of course, the question is like, if you're really that bad at your job, why hasn't the people employing you just, like, killed you yet? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. By the way, fun fact about robots. If you put pincers on their hands or give them hands in their arms, something that's got claws or anything like that, you can actually use them to harvest crops. But they have to have a way to manipulate it. So like if those were all just saw blades or lasers, then they wouldn't be able to be assigned to tasks in your village. I mean your settlements. So you actually have to give them the pieces to be able to manipulate, interact with things. Do I have a landmine? Terror, did I give you a landmine? No, I did not.